What's up, guys? I'm the Retro Nerd, and I'm bringing you another episode of Retro Night. And this time around, we're going to some Game Boy goodness with my Game Boy Advance player for my GameCube, and we'll be playing some dun 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 dun. Come on, if you don't know that tune automatically, then you don't know what Darkwing Duck is, and you're a loser. Sorry to say, but you're a loser if you don't know who Darkwing Duck DW is. I mean, he's essentially the superhero of the 90s for Disney. I mean, it was Darkwing Duck and DuckTales were the two most popular Disney cartoons in the 90s. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've had everything Darkwing Duck before. Believe it or not, I still have the special edition plush Darkwing Duck that they came out with in the Disney store before Disney started putting those stupid little stamps on the bottom of their feet. Yeah, I have one from the 90s. That is worth some money. But anyways, so we're playing some Darkwing Duck, and if you guys may notice some things, it actually resembles a lot like Mega Man, and that's because, well, Capcom made this game. Well, I think Game Boy was well, it's still made by Capcom, but I think Sunsoft published it for the Game Boy. I'm not sure about that. I don't know, for some odd reason the box says Sunsoft on it. Not unless Sunsoft was a part of Capcom. But I know the one for the NES was made by Capcom, so it's only natural that this one was also made by Capcom as well. Because around that time in the 90s, Capcom made all Disney games. I mean, yeah, they were popular for, Street Fighter 2, but they're also really famous for their Disney games, like Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, a lot of the Mickey Mouse games, especially Castles of Illusion. What was that, like Magical Quest? I think it's Magical Quest or some shit like that. And Castles of Illusion is the remake version of Magical Quest. I'm not sure. Some shit like that. Well, anyways, they also made Tailspin. They also made The Little Mermaid, which, believe it or not, is actually not a bad game. I was actually talking to somebody at my job who's also a gamer and, played a lot of the classic games like I did. I told him, it was like, dude, for some odd reason, I would like some of the Disney games. The Little Mermaid was actually a really good one. It's because if you ever played Gradius, yeah, it's pretty much like that, where instead of the Gradius ship, where you can go up and down and you're going from you're going right all the time, and it's an auto-scroller. Auto-scroller means it automatically scrolls to whatever direction it was programmed to scroll. Now, in that auto-scroller, like Gradius or R-Type, you're a ship that you can move up and down, and you're shooting at enemies and stuff like that. Well, that's what the Little Mermaid is, and instead of a ship, you are actually Ariel from the Little Mermaid, and you fight like various creatures like Ursula and stuff like that. And I remember playing it a lot. It was actually a very good Disney game. But on to more of the list of Disney games. You got Aladdin, one of the very popular ones. And they also had a hand in the remake of DuckTales, and they also made Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers as well. So those are a lot of good Capcom games, and even though this one's the Game Boy version and it doesn't have a lot of the color as the NES one, it's still awesome. It's still like a perfect port of the NES one almost to the Game Boy. It's like a little problems here and there, but because it's going to be the Game Boy, of course, there's always going to be problems with the port. And just not that, but playing on the original Game Boy, this was all green. Since I'm playing on the Game Boy Advance player, it gets color because Game Boy Advance player is in color, and it plays Game Boy Color games, so that's why this has got some color to it. But yeah, that was always the problem playing, Game Boy games on the Game Boy is because, well, the screen's all green, so your game would be all green. You know, it really sucked. But anyways, so this game evolves around you as playing as DW, Darkwing Duck, and you start out with 3 different levels you can go to, where you either fight Quackerjack, the Liquidator, who's in the sewers, or Wolf Duck, who was actually specially made for this game. He's never appeared in the show or anything like that, but he's specially made for this game, so that was kind of cool that they did something like that. And then once you beat those first 3 levels, then you move on to fighting F.O.W.L and Bushroot, and I'm trying to think of some more Darkwing Duck villains. I believe this also came out before they introduced... Well, no, they introduced Negaduck at a pretty early episode. Well, not as a character, but the whole thing of Negaduck was introduced, but he wasn't his own character yet. So probably when this game came out, they didn't have Negaduck, because I'm pretty sure if they made a game with Negaduck around, Negaduck would have been, you know, Darkwing Duck's enemy. Instead, you fight the last enemy in this is Steelbeak. Pretty much like F.O.W.L's like right hand go-to guy, you know, for everything. And you fight a lot of his henchmen in here. They're usually the ones with the egg type helmet with the visors across. You'll see them like walking around. You'll see them as like big balls with a blinking light on top of their head, and you'll also see them like tossing bombs while they're flying around on like a little propeller thing. So that's some of the enemies in the game, but also there's some cool stuff that you get in this game. You got your basic, you know, shooting gun, and then you got 3 different other items you can pick up for your gas gun, because you know you use Darkwing Duck's traditional gas gun. You got the arrow gas, which shoots an arrow that you can use to help you climb up to, you know, out of reach spots. You have the lightning gas, and then HG. I'm assuming that's heavy gas, because when you shoot it doesn't go far, and then it shoots two gas balls to the left and to the right, so I'm assuming that's what it means, is heavy gas. But yeah, anyways, I recommend playing this game. If you're lucky enough, try to get it for the NES. The only reason I have it for the Game Boy is because I got it from a thrift shop for $2.99, and I love Darkwing Duck, so I had to make sure I got it. Because if I wasn't going to find the NES version anywhere, or not having to pay a lot of money for it, I might as well pick up the $2.99 Game Boy version. I mean, why not? Because, like I said, it's Darkwing Duck, and Darkwing Duck was like the most popular thing back in the 90s, besides, you know, the standard stuff that we had back in the 90s, like Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. But still, Darkwing Duck was very popular, and I know they're bringing back DuckTales, but they should really consider bringing back Darkwing Duck. I mean, it's cool that you're bringing back, you know, DuckTales, but I would want you guys to bring back Darkwing Duck, because he was awesome. He was pretty much my childhood. But anyways guys, I have been the Retro Nerd, and this has been an episode of Retro Night, and I hope you enjoyed Darkwing Duck. I hope you go ahead and go down to the description below of the videos that you watch, and join us on Facebook, because then you can take a part in the polls, and sometimes I give away for free movies with the Voodoo digital downloads when I buy movies and stuff like that. And I'll give away free comic books sometimes through the digital codes when I buy new comic books. Some of the Marvel ones come with the digital codes, so I'll give those away. And yeah, so join the Facebook page. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, because I like to hear your comments and questions and whatever. I mean, yeah, we're all friends here. Just no trolls. If trolls come, I'm gonna start banning trolls. I don't need any of that shit. I already hear about Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and all those guys having to deal with that stuff. So none of that shit's gonna happen here. You better fucking believe it. But anyways, guys, I've been the Retro Nerd. This has been an episode of Retro Night. And let's get dangerous.